Can the best female fighter defeat male fighters?
Yeah, she's the female boxer who was really the best in the world. Nobody wanted to fight Lucia Rijker. So she was sparring with guys. I mean, she was probably the best female boxer ever. And nobody knows who the hell she is.
Women fighting men is a very popular topic in combat sports. Years ago, media reported that Ronda Rousey could beat Floyd Mayweather in a fight. Today, there are still a lot of speculations that Amanda Nunes could beat male champions. Well, this is literally the best female fighter of all time, and she actually fought a man. Nicknamed the Lady Tyson, Lucia Rijker is a woman who conquered the world of kickboxing and boxing. During her reign across two sports, the media dubbed her as the most dangerous woman in the world. She hit so hard that in a sports science show, her punches exceeded the force of a male fighter by 200 pounds. A seasoned trainer who got hit by her and another Olympic male boxer said he couldn't tell the difference. When tested against Houston Alexander, a light heavyweight MMA fighter, Lucia hit just as hard as him. Yes, this makes her one of the hardest hitting women of all time. Widely regarded as the greatest female boxer of all time, Lucia was undefeated in all her 54 fights with women. In kickboxing, she had 37 fights and 4 world titles. Most of her fights were won by knockout. In boxing, she had 17 fights with 2 world titles. 14 of her fights were by knockout. But what happened when she fought against a man? Fight fans, welcome back to another episode of Striking Breakdowns. In this episode, we explore how the best female fighter was defeated by a male fighter. This special event took place when Lucia Rijker already had 4 world titles in kickboxing. Training with the legendary Vos Gym from the Netherlands, her corner included the great Ernesto Hoost. By the time of this fight, Lucia ran out of kickboxing opponents and her trainer suggested it could be a good idea to fight a man. Her opponent was Somchai Jaidee, an amateur fighter in Australia. He had a total of 14 fights and was a local amateur champion. The first round was closely contested, but Somchai landed the cleaner power shots. He even knocked Lucia's head back with a big cross. The Thai also swept Lucia multiple times, once with a teep, another with a roundhouse, and then once inside the clinch. Somchai didn't look like he had better technique, but he was clearly faster and more powerful. Lucia was also able to sweep Somchai once, and for most of the round, she was the one pressing forward with aggression. Overall, Somchai covered the long range much more effectively than Lucia. This was important for him to be a sniper, allowing him to land clean shots without a response. It's obvious here that it wasn't the technique that made the difference, it was the power and speed. In the second round, it was clear that Lucia wanted to overwhelm her opponent and tried to steamroll him. She was able to put Somchai onto the ropes and start swinging. After landing several big punches, she had her opponent cornered. But that's when he started swinging back, landing a left and right hook with an uppercut that sealed the knockout. The fight was immediately called off and the trainer came in to cradle Lucia. It was a courageous showing by the best female fighter of all time. After this sanctioned exhibition fight, Lucia would go on to be trained by Freddie Roach and dominate the world of boxing. At one point, she was a superstar who received $1 million fight offer. When she retired, Lucia became a motivational speaker and a coach, at one point coaching Ronda Rousey for striking. As for her opponent Somchai, not much is known about him. Contrary to what many people speculate, Somchai was not Thailand trained. He moved from Thailand to Australia and New Zealand at a young age and learned his Muay Thai locally. What we do know is that he wasn't part of the Thailand fight circuit and would not fare well against top Muay Thai fighters. What are your thoughts about man versus woman in a sports competition? Do you think they should sanction matches between the two genders? Drop a comment below to share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to watch another episode of Striking Breakdowns. I'm Lawrence Kenshin and thank you for keeping our channel alive.
Let's give a big hand, Somchai Jaidee. En de weg wordt de gemaakt door Jorgos de trainer, Pani Tyson, Lucia Rijker. Uniek voor het eerst in de Europese geschiedenis dat een vrouw het in de ring in deze keiharde sport al voor mannen gaat opnemen tegen een man. Tegen Somchai Jaidee, Pani Tyson, Lucia Rijker. Tijdschrift in deze unieke partij, Jan van Ooyen. Dames en heren, wilt u allemaal op uw plaats blijven zitten? Wilt u allemaal nog even op uw plaats blijven zitten? Chris Bennett, de man die de prijs uitreikt. En ook voor Lucia Rijker, stel Lucia Rijker, de prijs. Applaus dus voor Somchai Jaidee nogmaals. Lucia Rijker, de eerste vrouw in de Europese geschiedenis die erin is gegaan.